You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just stiff on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. We just slip on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just slip on, spin move, in zone, let's go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And out across midfield down to the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mo Alley-Cox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Packers 7, Falcons 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
First down gets 3 up to the 28.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now Gurley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Falcons! It's their quarterback. 37 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rodgers now on first down. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 more on that one and another first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mo Alley-Cox with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after 1. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of me.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have broken our tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. A
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
His throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A very nice pickup at 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way up to the 46.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Rodgers again now. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. The left side completion to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
And 6 yards to go.
And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Falcons.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had an another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. On first down, Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marlon Davidson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
Fourth down.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kenny Golladay with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flushed out right. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
21-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards. And the Falcon 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Set up for the 2-point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Falcons 62, Packers 39.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd and long. It's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Past the 20. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there in the catch and run. 69 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
One final try now for Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this